Motherfucker piece of shit. Shout out to 5 eggs.
I don't have a square to spare.
Drop!
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Detroit, this is HBL Radio Nation.
Hello, cigarette lighters or just lighters?
Just lighters.
I'm Brian B. Gallagher.
And I'm Diane Russell.
Welcome back to HBL Radio Nation. Every Thursday we show up here, make certain you like, comment if you'd like to in the chat. Like, share, subscribe, hang out with your friends, and don't forget, now you can call in 248-780-9775 if you want to be part of the fun.
Yep. It's a new feature. We keep trying to plug it. We've only had it for 2 weeks. And it's been really fun. I'm liking it, the feature.
Absolutely, yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, like being able to chat with folks.
I know. I like to hear who's out there and what you're thinking and what you're doing.
And on this show, I can do it without using a spirit box, so that makes it a little easier.
That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That's a lot more fun. Talking to real people.
Shout outs to you, family.
Yeah, big shout outs to everyone in the chat. Thanks for being here. Thanks for showing up. Everybody in Twitch as well. So, yeah, it's been a hell of a week for news, and news that never makes the fucking headlines.
There's been some stuff. Wait a minute. First of all, have we figured out anything further, or has anything further happened about have we lost another Boeing whistleblower, I guess is what I'm asking.
I haven't heard of you.
Okay, we only lost like the 2 or 3 that we've already
I only heard of
lost.
2.
Okay.
What about, there's a third?
I thought I know there's 2. I'll stick with it as 2. If it hasn't happened in the last week, it hasn't happened. But yeah.
These are not falling out of third store windows.
Yeah. Yeah, and I told you about the ramp. Yeah. A plane, a Boeing plane, lost one of its emergency exit ramps.
That's right. Yeah.
And it fell, and it landed in the ocean directly in front of the attorney's house.
Did you hear that?
That's handling all this.
Did you hear that Trump's plane clipped another plane on the tarmac?
I did. I saw a video of it. Yeah.
Was it bad?
No.
I didn't see the video.
It was real minor, and it was like, oh, okay, we're in the wrong place, we're trying to turn around type thing, and just clipped wingtips. It's like, they cross streams for half a second.
Right, yeah. So not as bad as everybody's making it out to be?
No. A couple rolls of duct tape, you're fine. You're good to go. And with him, I'd go ahead and try that Gorilla Tape crap and see if that works.
Go ahead and see if it works.
Yeah, experiment with that shit, fucker.
Well, we started the week last Friday with Steve Bannon, the appellate court upholding his
and we apologize. You should never start your week with
his conviction of defying a Jan 6 subpoena. He's only supposed to go to jail for 4 months, but he's got more. He can appeal, and we'll find out, I guess, tomorrow if he appeals, because it's been a week.
He's gonna go to a county fucking jail. I mean, will he just man up and fucking do it? It's 4 fucking months. Come on. He won't even grow a beard in that time.
Yeah. And he won't even take a shower in that time. Peter Navarro tried the same bullshit, by putting it off in the appellate courts and all this stuff. And he ended up going to jail anyway. But it's just for defying a subpoena. It's not for being the fucking criminals that they really are.
It's just to make the point right now about not coming in for the subpoena and giving them the information.
Yeah, and Navarro and Bannon were both in on the Green Bay sweep bullshit. That whole thing. The Green Bay sweep.
And the build the wall bullshit. They're all in on that.
Yeah. So, the Trump appointee postponed his jail while Bannon did the appeals. And now he wants to do the appeal to an 11-member bench instead of the 3-member bench. So, keep going, guy. I don't think you can skate out of this fucking one.
He's trying to claim that there's evidence that they didn't allow him to present, but here's the thing. It was never about... he refused to come in and present any evidence. So it wasn't that they refused to let him provide some evidence and not other. He just didn't come in to provide any.
Right.
And so his argument is pretty much what's called no point. There's no point behind it. There is no substance behind it. His own actions make it impossible for that to actually be a defense, and that's why the appellate court moved it on. He has one more appellate court to go to, as you said, trying with a larger audience, and then he can potentially get it moved up to SCOTUS, but I don't think he'll be able to move it up to SCOTUS unless he has an actual reason for a mistrial or something like that. This type of a case, I don't think they'll hear it. I don't think it'll go to them. I think it's clear-cut contempt.
Right. And, how about we can go after Jim Jordan and all the other ones who did the same fucking thing.
Absolutely.
So another story that kind of went under the radar because of 24-hour coverage of Trump trials. Mm-hmm. The IRS has found that Trump double dipped in his Chicago tower, and people were saying, "Oh, the Republicans next week, meaning this week, are going to say, oh, now Biden's IRS is going to go after Trump," and I haven't heard a fucking peep.
Right.
And then you brought up the accounting firm that was shut down.
Yeah, it puts a delay on everything because the accounting firm for Trump Media was found to be incredibly bogus and fraudulent. So they put an
big
end
fucking
to,
surprise.
But they had a deadline coming up. And of course, all this timing happens to work out that, just before this deadline comes up, well, Your Honor, we just had to get rid of our accounting firm. Woe is me. What am I going to do?
Well.
So that's the delay tactic that they're using on it now. As to how successful it's going to be, I don't know. Closer to your face. Okay.
A little low. Need it closer to
There
your
we go.
face. Yeah,
Closer it is.
the accounting firm. Didn't they automatically shut them down? I mean, they're like out of business. They're no longer allowed to conduct business. There was like
a lot of
real,
Trump's
it was very
businesses are
quick.
overseen right now, right?
Yeah.
There's a court-appointed individual who's overseeing it because of the fraud. Because
Oh,
of the fraud case.
But this was just like fully shut down. They were like, yeah, no, you're done.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
And a long history of doing all this kind of stuff. But what you were talking about in Chicago, that's spectacular. It is something that they will go after him on. It may take a little bit of time for them to go after him on it, but they'll get him. They always get their guy.
Yeah.
And this is something that maybe they're hesitant right now and they're going to hold off and they're going to say, well, let's wait till after the elections. And then regardless of where he's at, we're going to go after him. Even if he
I don't understand why they haven't gone
somehow
after
makes
him
the
now.
bullshit. I think they don't want to face the scrutiny of it potentially being politically motivated, and then that could slow it down even further. That could bog it down into a quagmire. So that's one of the reasons for holding off.
Barbara Jones. Yeah, Barbara Jones is the overseer right now of all his. Yeah. And thanks, Celery. And then, it was like a horrific thing to see. Katie Brett, that breathy weirdo bitch from the kitchen, and
I don't know.
I want to register women, a database for pregnant women, and we'll call it like moms or something. And I'll whisper it from my kitchen. Lady, the fuck you will.
Take your ASMR read and stuff it up your ass, lady.
Make a database for pregnant women? Are you insane?
The only people that have any right to know about any woman's reproductive cycle are that woman, maybe her mother if she chooses to share, and maybe her spouse or mate if they're looking to breed, have another child or something like that, have a child, it's nobody else's business. I don't need to know it. The government doesn't need a fucking database for it. What the fuck is that shit all about? They won't register guns, but they want to register your ovaries.
How about let's register all the men who've had vasectomies. And we have to kick them out of the country because they won't fucking breed.
Well, now keep in mind.
They can be reversed.
Some can, yes.
And how about forced reversal?
Oh, yeah. Put that onto a guy. There's your argument to open guys' eyes right there. Okay? Okay. You won't allow women to have autonomy about their body functions. If you ever have a vasectomy, we are going to force a reversal of that vasectomy on you, and you're going to have to pay for every kid that you spout out.
Including
There's your argument.
Including all the IVFs every time you've donated sperm, and how many millions
All
of
of a
children do you
sudden-
actually have?
All of a sudden, every guy is going to be like, wait a minute. That's not fair.
Oh. Really? Really?
Hard.
Yeah. Definitely. That's the way to get through, or to, like, put an imprint on somebody's, on some of these guys' eyes.
It was so great. It was so great the other night. We had a sparkler Zoom because Hal had the night off, and Richard Ojeda, Major Richard Ojeda, got in there, and he was talking with us, and I was asking him a couple questions, and he, talking about the abortion issue, and he's like, women need to wake up. I'm like, we already know. It's the men. We need more men like you on the side screaming on our side, being like, this is fucking bullshit. You know it, I know it, and everybody else fucking knows it. Mm-hmm. And he started his show. He got out of the Zoom, literally started his show, and started with that talking point. And I couldn't have been more proud, because I was like, women know. We know that we're being forced to be second-class citizens. We know. We see it.
So you got to come out. You got to vote. Got to be a blue wave. Get every woman that you know who is on the fence, or maybe has talked about not voting, or maybe just isn't into politics, isn't into voting, whatever. Drag them along.
Yeah.
Give them a ride. Make a day of it.
If they say they're not into politics, you say politics are into you.
Exactly.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was just really I love Major. He's really good. And I know he seemed really kooky when he was running for president, because it just seemed very kooky at the time. And, but again, he wants to make marijuana legal for veterans, because he's a veteran himself, and they put him on all these fucking drugs that
Biden's
fuck
trying to
him
make
up.
it legal for everybody.
Yeah, that
right now.
fuck him all up.
Mm-hmm.
And and get you all fucking addicted to all these fucking weirdo fucking drugs.
Right.
Instead of if he had edibles or access to fucking marijuana or whatever, it would take away all those fucking ailments. It's a medicine.
And they've taken it off the Schedule 3.
Yep, and that's good news. More good news. So
again, Biden administration. Biden did that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Joe Biden.
Yeah. And more
For this.
accomplishments. More accomplishments. That guy. The list of accomplishments. This fucking guy. It would take us 3 years to
This fucking guy over here is getting shit done. Can you believe this
Oh
guy?
my
Come
God.
here, you guy.
That's why I love him so much, and I'll fucking vote for him
He's a
100 fucking
mensch.
times. Are you kidding me? This fucking guy rules.
He's great.
So you got, why did Tony, can I just say, why did you call the show Eenie, Meenie, Miney Joke?
I don't know. You told me to.
I did? When I was sleeping?
Probably.
Tony, I got a good idea. Get up. I got a good idea. Shut up. I got a good idea.
No, he probably asked me this morning when I was sleeping, and I was like, Eenie, Meenie, Miney Joke. I have no idea. Anyway, well, I was just, because it just goes right all back to Trump. All of it does. This fucking fuckery. These fucking Republicans. These bootlickers. These suck-up Republicans. They look like fucking idiots. Going out there and violating the gag order for Trump and literally confessing that they're doing that. Matt Gaetz, again, did it today. Fucking Tommy Tuberville said it right the fuck out on Fox News. Oh, yeah, we're doing this because, Trump can't say it for himself. Wow. And now they're saying that they're probably going to subpoena them. And good. Subpoena all of them and make them all go to jail for contempt.
if it turns out that Trump is directing them to do all this, which of course we know he is.
Did you hear Andrew Rice?
Yeah. No, I didn't hear Andrew Rice. What
Okay,
did Andrew Rice say?
Andrew Rice is a journalist, and he was like literally sitting behind Trump during the trial when Tuberville and those guys were out. So that was like what, Thursday or Wednesday? Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. And
Wednesday was no trial, right?
No, Tuesday then.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tuesday. Okay, so Tuesday. He's like, I'm sitting there, and he's got the paper up like this, and he's watching him edit the talking points with a pen. And then these guys go out to the cameras and say what he's fucking editing on the fucking paper.
Nice.
He's literally fucking directing them. There's your witness in the fucking courtroom watching him do it.
That'll be a contempt charge. Yeah. That'll happen at some point. Don't know when. Don't know if.
Son of a
Marshawn's
bitch.
quick. Marshawn moves fast.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing. He has his ducks in a row. And he's moving at a pace where he's not letting anybody catch up to him, which is brilliant. You know, it's so many judges go the opposite direction. And they, well, we need to take our time about this. And those delays cost a lot of memory in the jurors' eyes, and a lot of time that gets wasted on some of that stuff. So they may pull this up after the case, but I wouldn't doubt if Marshawn pulls this up next week.
I think he should drag them all into court and be like, were you told to do this? Of course they're going to say no. And then here's the fucking paper.
Yep.
Or here's the guy saying, I literally saw Trump doing it during Michael Cohen's testimony. And after lunch break, here they all are out there spewing this shit on cameras in front of microphones in front of the media.
I can only hope that he has the fortitude to say that he saw what was on the paper, and that he can say that, yes, he saw that he was changing words, and those are the words that they said out there.
Yeah.
That's the connection they need to make. If he's making edits on there, hands it to him, and then they go make a speech, but he didn't actually see what was on the paper, then that could be problematic. But hopefully
he's
he
like,
saw it
I
and
could see,
move it through.
I could literally look over his shoulder. He was holding the paper up like this.
Oh, perfect, yeah.
And I could see what he was doing. I could
Of course
see
he's
what he
holding it
was
up.
reading.
He's a toddler. He's going to hold it up with,
And he's going to be like this because he can't fucking see anything.
fisting both sides of it.
Oh, my God.
Me, toddler.
Wizzy, you calling
read
first.
Goodly.
Hi, John from Vegas. How you doing? Janelle Walker, Wizzy, Steve, Paul Benzinski, Celery.
Don't forget, you can call in and talk to us at 248-780-9775.
Kevin Anderson.
HBL Radio
Thanks, you
Nation.
guys, for being here. And Petrazi.
Hit like, hit subscribe.
Yeah, don't forget to hit that. Smash that like button. Like and subscribe.
Wow.
And share
get
the
up.
show.
We're all hip and young and can get up in people's laundry and their grill on the streets. We know what we're doing with our eyebows and our hoodies and our Pac-Man video games, which are actually back, by the way.
So, am I getting this right? Because last Wednesday, the Democrats saved Micro Johnson instead of making Hakeem Jeffries speaker, but they said they're not going to do it again. Mm-hmm. So my question is, why the fuck did they do it in the fucking first place?
To show the Republicans that if you become moderate, if you don't go to the extreme the way MTG and the Freedom Caucus is, if you show that you're a moderate, we can shake hands across the aisle and get something done.
Yeah.
So it was a show of power from, like, a non. They don't hold the majority, but they hold the power really at this point.
I don't understand it. I would have been like, fuck that.
I know.
Let's fuck them in the ass, because goddamn well the Republicans would have done the opposite.
Yeah. They're trying to show more détente than that, but
I know, but again, take the gloves off. Quit playing fucking nice.
Yeah. I agree. I'm Irish.
Every fucking
right
time
going to
these
swing.
guys stab us in the back. Even with the Roe thing, with the Supreme Court justice thing. I mean, I could name 20 million other fucking things. Give me a fucking break.
Yeah, I'm totally with you, but I mean, they're trying something.
Well, and if they try, I'll tell you what. If they try
it got their one budget bill through. It got the budget bill with the stipulations that we wanted,
Yeah.
as far as the left wanted.
Right, yeah.
And the right got what they wanted too, but the whole thing is those extremists, they don't want the left to get anything. And that's where every bill is going to fail. And that's why they're trying to grow this moderate middle out of nothing, because they had such the rats leaving the ship earlier, because they're like, well, the Freedom Caucus and you gave Margie Taylor Greene fucking power? Fuck this shit. I'm out of here. I'm retiring early. I'm not even going out in a fucking, election. I'm going out now, guys.
Yeah, yeah. A
And
lot of
people
Republicans.
bailed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of Republicans quitting.
And they bailed because of this extremism shit. And, it's going to do what it's done the past couple of years, which is get nothing done.
Yeah. And just push people away.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't see, Oh, I'd love to get Celery on the phone. Celery, if you want to call in, I'd love it. 248-780-9775. Anytime, honey. You're always welcome to call in. Everybody is. Don't be shy. So, yeah, because the fucking family won't be there. Oh, by the way, tomorrow is Barron's graduation.
Barron will not be talked about in any way,
Barron,
shape, or form.
Melania. Okay. Barron, Trump said Barron's going to be a Republican delegate of Florida, along with all his other kids.
Mm-hmm.
And all these weirdo other and members of his country club. And so as soon as Melania heard that, she put out a statement. She's like, Barron Trump will not be there.
Barron will
He's
not
got
be
other
doing any duties there.
Important money and for Christmas.
Yes. And I don't really care.
I don't have a square to spare.
Yeah, that's God.
She put her
there's just so
fucking
many
foot
things.
down
I really
real
think
quick
it's-
on that one.
I think it's because so many people said, okay, Trump has made this announcement. Barron is now 18. That means that Barron is now going to be in the public view.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be part of the Republicans, so he is open season.
You just threw your own kid under the fucking
Open
political
season
bus. The
on
political
him.
bus.
And people started posting shit about
Oh,
him.
yeah, of course they were.
That's why Melania posted that. She's like, no, Di Donald, you will not take my book. I don't know why she's suddenly Spanish.
I don't know.
That's because I can't do her crazy
Trump said that he was 17.
Yugoslavian thing.
Yeah, Trump said he was 17. Doesn't even know the age of his own fucking son.
Well, Eric doesn't know what month he was born. Eric was off by 2 years, wasn't he? Eric mentioned him in his speech, and he goes, come on, he's only 15. And somebody yells out, 17.
Sorry, 18.
Yeah. Whoops. Yeah.
What else did
Yeah.
Trump say this week?
Well,
yeah.
this was a couple
oh,
of
yeah.
months ago.
How
yeah.
about Trump said that that China was going to bomb Beijing.
Hold on. I just heard a whole new level of stupid. I mean, can we circle the calendar fucking date? Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
That's as brilliant as Margie Taylor Greene in her first year saying, I don't know how they do things in foreign lands like Guam.
Yeah. Joyce Aileen said the whole world is jaw dropped in horror at what is happening here. And it's a video of Trump saying, "Silence the lamb. The late great Hannibal Lecter is a wonderful man. He often has friends for dinner."
Boom. Yeah.
How is this
Was he
in
was he doing
what?
a vaudevillian routine or
I don't-
something?
does
there?
he, first of all, does he think Hannibal Lecter is a fucking real character? Because it's not a real person. It's a fictional character.
Right.
Does he think that Anthony Hopkins is Hannibal Lecter, like literally,
Who
and
is
doesn't
still alive,
remember
by the way.
who is still alive?
Yeah.
And so, like, the confusion on this, it's also like the Kofefe thing. The Kofe,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck was that?
Kofifi.
What the fuck was that?
And he never admitted that was just him falling asleep on the shitter while making a tweet. He never admitted that was a fuck up.
Yeah. And there were so many other
Yeah.
things that he said this week that were just
QAnons
like,
went nutty over that one.
yeah. He said ships
it
were
mean?
circling
Mean
Beijing.
Yeah, because Beijing is, yeah. Circling, yeah.
I don't.
Because there's water
It's
and
beyond
sharks.
the usual. It's beyond the usual fuck ups. Like
Yeah,
it's beyond. And
He used to do second grade like kind of fuck ups, like you're talking to a second grader, like, and
Yeah.
there are sharks in the water, and people go in the water. The sharks
I'd rather
eat the
be
people.
electrocuted, or I'd rather be eaten by
Yeah.
a shark than or which one was that?
Yeah, whatever it was, but now his shit that
Electrocuted
comes out
than
of his
eaten by a
mouth
shark.
is
Yeah.
incoherent now. It's gotten to the point where he's not even at that second grade. You're not talking to a second grader. You're talking to a moronic wall that like just regurgitates words. And it doesn't know what a lot of them mean, but it regurgitates them anyway. And as long as people keep feeding McDonald's into that wall,
I don't fucking know. What the fuck, man? Like,
Yeah.
dude, you need like to get a real serious grip on reality because you are. And if anybody votes for this motherfucker, I swear to
Yeah.
God, like they all need to be put in jail.
it's I'm really thinking that everybody's going for doom scroll ratings on all this with all these
Oh.
polls and everything, because I really truly believe that even though it was close before, it's nowhere near that now. I think it's down to about half of what it was before.
They want it to be a horse race,
Yeah,
so they can be like, everybody.
I
you
think
know.
they're only going to get half of the numbers they got before, and Biden's going to get pretty much the same numbers.
Lawrence O'Donnell said Trump was asleep 90% of the day on Tuesday. I believe
Yeah.
it.
Asleep and farting, yeah.
It's not a tumor.
I think I would take being eaten by an electric shark for him. Look, Kira.
Nice.
Wait.
What?
No, Alyosha says, I wish Sir Anthony Hopkins tells Trump, please keep your name out your mouth. My name out your mouth. It should be, but yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but then who's he going to slap? That's going to be what, Putin?
He
But to call
can't.
the show, you have to call the show. He can't slap Putin. Putin's his boss. Call the show. Call in now, 248-780-9775. Like, subscribe. You know all those. Now,
And the whole Jersey thing.
Joyzy.
He went to the fucking Jersey Shore and did a rally where it's like on the beach and it's like a beautiful day and there's people walking by and they only had like an area for about 10,000 people and it wasn't full. And so people are predicting there's like maybe 5,000 to 8,000, maybe 12,000 people there. But he was saying there was 80,000 people there.
Didn't Roger Stone put out a picture of it? And it was
And it was a
actually a
Rod
picture
Stewart
from a Rod Stewart
yes.
concert in Brazil.
From the 80s or some
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah, which was the record setter.
94.
Was it 94?
94.
Yeah, I know that because Madonna just ended her tour in Brazil on the same beach. She didn't pull the same numbers that Rod Stewart did, so he still held the, the title.
Million.
And yeah, so of course they show him those pictures, and he's like, "This is great," and I'm like, "Yeah, look close at that picture. You know, those styles haven't been around in a long time.
It goes back to day one.
Look at all those fucking long."
It goes back to
raincoats.
day one of his administration when he was like,
the hell
my
else they did in the 90s.
inauguration was bigger than Obama's. And you can clearly see in the fucking pictures that it was
There
clearly
were tens
not.
of thousands of people more. Period.
Oh my
Remember that
God.
douche nozzle?
Sean, what's his name? Sean Spicy.
Spicy. I miss Spicy. He
And
was
what's her
so
name?
easy to
Melissa,
make fun
what's
of.
her name?
Melissa
On
McCartney
doing
Spicy
SNL.
with the mobile one.
Yeah.
Driving out into the and running him over. She was perfect for that. Yeah.
It was so great.
I'm going to show you again on my Barbies.
Yeah, and in the one that was in Brazil, yeah, the mountains don't exist. There are no mountains in Jersey, people,
Yeah.
on the Jersey
Yeah.
Shore.
They're religious people in
So
Jersey,
fucking
but they
easily
don't have a
duped.
150-foot tall Jesus on a mountain in the background. That's Brazil.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Nutty like a fruitcake. You know, there was something that we talked about, just to throw a fun little quick thing in there. Make it positive for a second, because we have to deal with so much of the,
Horseshit.
fuckery of the right.
Tony, I better get a beer, please.
Over a year ago, we talked about how fusion became a real thing. They did it for a tenth of a second. About 6 months ago, we talked about how they got it up to a second. They just held it for 5 minutes. That's how fast it's accelerating. I'm just saying. That's exciting. That's great for the future. We got to start, hoping that people innovate some fusion engines at this point, and then we'll be able to utilize that power, and it'll be free energy for all at that point within our lifetimes, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's always good news if we can get clean energy somehow.
Mm-hmm.
That's another fucking lie that he keeps saying. We had clean energy. What did he say? What does Trump say? He's like,
he said the stupidest shit. They say that solar's great as long as it's daytime, but I want to read a book at night. And it's like, you fucking moron. That's what batteries are for. It doesn't just work at night during the day when the sun's out. And then he talked about windmills, saying that they kill whales
and birds,
and they give cancer.
And that they go voo, 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 make a shit ton of noise when they don't really.
I know someone that lives in the just outside of Windsor. There's a couple of fields that have, about 50 of these giant windmills out there. And she lives in that area. And she's like, we got no problems whatsoever with them. It's great. It's, there's nobody else around, so we love it,
So I don't know.
They don't make noise. They're not all this shit,
I don't see Miss EPA in the Twitch right now, but she said something the other day, and I had to write it down. She said it's ironic that the Republicans are calling Michael Cohen a discredited witness because he lied to protect Trump, when in fact they're all doing the same thing. They're all lying to protect Trump, but the hypocrisy is so fucking thick you can cut it with a fucking knife.
But before the show, we talked about this, and I said, if you look at it, the main thing that they're going to have to do, which they can't do by discrediting Cohen, is to somehow justify that Cohen paid Trump's mistress to keep it quiet without telling Trump, according to them, and then was repaid by Trump's right-hand guy, maybe using some campaign funds in there as well, again, without telling Trump.
Yeah.
These guys have all this access to Trump's money, and they're using it all over the place for his benefit without telling him a thing about it. That is a stunning level of bullshit, and that's what they can't get over. Even if they prove that Cohen's a liar, even if they prove that phone call with Trump and Cohen maybe never happened, does not matter. It was clearly an act on the behalf of the defendant.
Yep.
The former president.
Yeah. And I
never call that fucker president now. It's always going to be former.
Well, I won't even. I just call him Trump or Donald. I don't even fucking.
Did you call him an orange shit weasel? That sounds like something I'd say.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
I love that quote.
I know.
That sounds like something I would say, yes.
Orange turd, I think it was.
Was
but
it orange turd?
Yeah. So Alex Cole says, after 39 months, 64 lost court cases, 8 lost state recounts, 12 missed reinstatements. If you still believe Trump won, you're a prime example of why he loves the poorly educated.
He's already said he won't accept the next results.
He's
already said it. It doesn't matter what happens in the election. What happens if he doesn't win is he's going to say he won regardless.
And that was rigged. All right,
He's already told us. He's done this before.
Is it rigged or is it a witch hunt? Which one is that? Because he keeps saying this is rigged, like this court case is rigged against him and everybody's corrupt.
Whichever one's going to get
you
to
how
vote
come
my
he's
side.
That's the other thing that really just astonishes me is that these people who just throw their whole fucking lives away for this motherfucker, that motherfucker standing next to him, what's his name? The lawyer.
Oh, there's so many of them now, but yeah, I know who you're talking about. I can't think
of his name right now. It's seriously is fucking escaping me. You guys know. And he's like, he's like, oh, I can't, the gag order, I can't testify because of the gag order. And he turned around, looked at his lawyer, and his lawyer is like, oh, yeah. And the body language experts are going, oh, my God. He was like saying no, like totally.
It was the same during COVID with that one female
Blanche.
doctor. Blanche.
Todd Blanche. Thank you.
There you
Thanks,
go. Thank
Jim.
You. Yep.
Yeah.
Same kind of body language out of her when she was like, "Whoo, he's talking about injecting bleach and shit. I got to get out of here." Like that's what the vibe that it kind of looked like going on behind him there when he was like, "I can't testify because of this thing, right?"
Yeah, sure.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's me, John Lovitz, your attorney. Yeah, you can do that. You can also pay me in cash right now. Yeah. Which, of course, I don't know how he gets these attorneys who know that they're not going to get paid. Has he paid any of his attorneys? And what's going on? I got to ask you this. You're far more into all this than I am, but I saw something that I thought was hysterical and really suspect all at the same time. Rudy Giuliani cannot be found to be served.
Yes.
Is that because he's living in Mike Lindell's back seat?
I don't fucking know. He's in hiding because he can't be served for Arizona.
Arizona, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it false electors in Arizona?
Yeah,
is
I
that
think
the
it's
whole
fake
thing?
electors, and I do
access
have
to
that.
the access to voting machines, I think too, right? Something like that.
Lost his radio show too.
Yeah. He hasn't been served with Arizona indictment because officials can't find him
since the bankruptcy. Do you think he maybe turned himself into a ceiling Picasso or something?
I don't know, but did you see his fucking last unhinged radio show? He was like,
I saw.
He was like
DOJ,
and he was like, and he
Yeah.
was like he's never looked more like Nosferatu than I've ever seen before.
Yeah,
Like it was really fucking weird.
Yeah, and we have an undead mayor who, ruled Warren, Michigan for several years. He goes by the name Fouts, but I really think it's Faust. That guy looks just like Nosferatu as well. But yeah, you got Giuliani out there, and nobody knows where the fuck he is. So he doesn't have his condo anymore. He doesn't.
I wonder if he left the country.
A fixed abode.
I wonder if he left the country.
Like I say, I wonder
they
if
can't fucking find him.
He's crashing with somebody, and I don't know.
All he has to do is jump on a fucking yacht in New York City and take the fuck off.
Yeah, but if he doesn't have the money to do any of that, he might get, one of these guys might get him onto their yacht and might say, hey, we'll take care of you, but we're just going to tool around a little bit while we get you really fucked up wasted.
Yeah, and then we'll push you off the boat.
And then you're falling off. And we're pulling back in and getting Italian for dinner. That's what's going to happen.
Jesus.
At that point, he's got too much shit, I think. Once he decides to finally roll over, like Cohen. Cohen realized it pretty quick. Cohen's like, you fucked me one time, I'm fucking giving everything up on you.
Yeah.
But Giuliani's been like a punching bag. He's just been taking body blow. He's just been taking it. And at some point, that weird little gremlin is going to fucking snap. And he's going to just spill on everybody. And I think everybody knows it.
I think he's got a shit ton because this is my opinion, take it or leave it. I think Giuliani and Donald Trump were helping the DOJ indict all the fucking Italian mobsters. And,
big part of it, yeah.
And letting the Russians and the Chinese come in the interim. And that's why they're owned by the mafia. And they've been owned by the mafia for a long time. Trump's daddy was in with the mafia. We already know all
Giuliani's
this.
been playing the same playbook since he was AG. Yeah. Giuliani is definitely a broken record in this, and you can see where they get a lot of their playbook from. But that was before Giuliani got whatever his addictions were. Whenever those demons attached themselves to his back. And I'm thinking that's probably right around the same time that like Rush Limbaugh and all them were getting into the drugs too. So I think he has like a pill issue, and I know that he has a drinking issue. Everybody says that he has a massive drinking issue.
Yeah, he's hammered most of the time when he goes on fucking Fox News.
Faced.
Even Fox News hosts were like, he's fucked up. Yeah. So yeah, I mean I don't know. I think he knows that if he goes down, he would have to spill the beans on too many people, and he would be Probably offed as just because of that. And it's such a big story that it would go back decades, you know.
What is that one tag there? Is that Ioquera? Is that what am I? Laquera?
Lakira.
Laquera?
L-O, yeah.
Okay. Laquera, is rapey going to jail? That's a great comment because I really hope so. They pulled more records from his office around phones.
On Matt Gaetz?
Yes.
No
Yes.
shit. When did this come out?
Yes, this happened throughout it was kind of wedged in there with all the other Trump trial updates today. So it was in there. You're absolutely right. Yep. Sorry for butchering your name, but that's what I do. If you want to throw a Gaelic name in front of me, I'll sing like a canary. I'll make certain I pronounce that one right. But I'm sorry, I just don't know that one. Look queer.
Yeah. He starts with wine in the morning and graduates to scotch. I almost admire that he's still alive. He's past a day drinker. He's a 24-hour drinker. So he drinks a little bit in the morning just to make the spiders go away. Yeah.
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 Because they're crawling all over him by the time he wakes up if he's had more than 4 hours of sleep. Yeah, I've known a couple of guys who have those DT shakes. And these are the guys that every single time they go to the bar, you can tell it's the DT starter kit. Whenever you're constantly ordering, every single order you make, every drink you get is a shot and a beer. Shot and a beer. Every round, shot and a beer. If you're getting a shot and a beer every single fucking round, you're just dying to get those DTs.
Yeah.
It's insane. But we're talking about that crazy ogre who is... right now can't even afford to have mascara and hair dye running down the side of his cheek because, like I say, I mean, nobody knows where he's at, and I'm wondering if he's already gone. Like, maybe he went the way you said. Maybe he went the way I said. Maybe he is living in Mike Lindell's backseat. Who knows? Lindell doesn't have a warehouse anymore, so there's still ads for that shit out there. That's going to be a whole new fraud case because if they're taking orders and taking the money for those orders and they don't even have a warehouse
product
anymore, they have zero product, that is absolute fraud.
Yeah, for sure.
So watch for that because Mike Lindell is real lucky when it comes to following the law, right?
Oh my God.
He breaks every fucking law, yells about it, claims that he has all kinds of evidence that's going to clear him, and then when it comes to, Your Honor, I've got nothing.
Yeah.
It's awesome. And then he gets all,
Put that in your book.
There you go. Yeah, he gets all brutal in court about it, which I loved his retort to the attorneys.
Kiss my ass.
That's some of my favorites. Yeah. I'm white, so I can say that shit to a cop. And let me tell you something. That's a whole fun thing to do. It really is. Yeah.
Well, Tristan Snell,
What's your badge number?
said, "Dear mainstream media, stop calling it a hush money case. It's a campaign finance case. And that's the number one crime for which politicians go to prison. Trump is accused of faking business records to cover up a campaign finance crime. That's what the case is about. Jesus. Exhibit A, the audio recordings of Trump. Exhibit B, the checks to Cohen signed by Trump. And I would add, while he was in the White House. And Trump ordered the whole scheme and literally signed off on the payments. Mm-hmm. It's a clear cover-up to help save his campaign.
Checks
it's just
the invoices.
enough of this shit.
That's what you have. That's what you need. The rest of this...
And I love how the only thing Donald Trump ever says that's true, when he comes out during the lunch break, he's like, or before or after, he's like, this is campaign finance, this is campaign fraud, or whatever, campaign interference.
Election interference,
thank you. And...
Biden's DOJ. Biden is the one who's running this show right now. Biden is the one who has me in this courtroom
all day.
It's like Biden has nothing to do with it.
Freezing cold courtroom all day.
Shut the fuck up. But I love Biden's comment when talking about, do you want to debate? And one of Biden's comments is I hear you're free on Wednesdays. I love that, Biden.
That was good. That was burn.
That's the Irish Biden coming out there.
That was a burn.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one. And you know that he's going to back out of those. They're already, within minutes they were talking about how there's coercion going on, so maybe he shouldn't, and all this kind of stuff. His daughter-in-law, I guess, Laura, who's in charge of
Lara
the RNC.
Trump, yeah.
Lara?
Lara? Lara? I don't know. Lara? I don't know how to say it.
Lara.
Yeah.
Listen to me, Lara. You don't know how to do your job. You're going to run the finances right into the ground, which we love that because we saw that happen to the RNC here in Michigan with Carmano. Kristana Carmano.
They're broke here in Michigan. The Republicans have no money.
She broke them because like a total extremist got in charge. So I'm kind of like, sitting back just going, okay, let the Trumps take over this. Look at everything Trump has ever gotten his hands on. Has he ever been successful at any of it? The only one that he was ever successful at was when people were able to kind of keep control of him, and that was The Apprentice. That was Mark Burnett, who had more money than God, came in, and he was the producer of that, and he had so many big hits before this. He could come in worldwide.
He could come in and Mark Burnett really couldn't control him. If you talk to Noel Castler, he couldn't control him either. Because
but he could control the edit of what went out on the show.
That's true.
The image of the show.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's true.
So he was able to control that.
Yeah.
He wasn't a loose cannon at that point for him. They were able to keep him under that wrap, but once that was done, loose cannon. Loose cannon comes.
Well, actually, what Noel Castler was saying is that just having the people, like the cameramen and the lighting men and the makeup people and all these fucking people, he had to pay a lot of money. A lot of money for The Apprentice because he would show up late. Vanky would fucking come in and she'd have to get her hair and all that shit done.
And he'd blow take after take.
He would blow a take because he'd be shitting himself while he's trying to say a word.
Yeah.
And literally sniffing Adderall right on the fucking set. I mean, that's what Noel Castler says.
Nice. Makes sense. I mean,
he's like, I saw it with my own fucking two eyes,
If you're on a set and there's going to be talent on the set, is what they call it, then there's going to be drugs on the set. I mean, that's 9 times out of 10. Especially if you've got a talent that thinks that much of themselves.
Yeah. Fucking asshole. So I wanted to go over this real quick because Jay Bookman on Twitter said, interesting how a career in porn undermines the credibility of a witness testifying in a court case. But paying that porn star to have sex doesn't undermine the credibility of a candidate for the president of the United States.
Of course not. Girl does it, she's a slut. Guy does it, he's a stud.
Oh, my God.
That's that horrible double standard horse shit that's been drilled into all of us since we were kids in TV shows and everything else.
Yeah.
We got to get past that. We got to, and I think that we're starting to get now where we have media that can address some of these things to kids. Once we get past this Nickelodeon era of children, if you saw that whole special on all the crap that went on at Nickelodeon, I mean, they were like grooming an entire generation. And unfortunately, I think a lot of that damage is done. We have to get to the next generation beyond that for, being real hopeful. And I think that we're getting to there. I think a lot of that damage is LGBTQ acceptance and diversity is more important than ever, and it's being showcased more than ever because we have a lot of people from those communities who are out there in positions of power. Russell T. Davies has taken over Doctor Who, one of my favorite shows, a science fiction show, but he's turned the Doctor gay, he's turned the Doctor black, he's gone from having a woman doctor, he's adding all these things, he's having queer and lesbian and not only bisexual, trisexual, but he also is playing with the pronouns of some of the bad guys and good guys in there as well. He's introducing all this to a new generation is what I'm trying to get to.
Right.
And that's very important that we normalize it and introduce it to the next generation because we don't want them to be dicks. Don't grow up to be assholes the way that this generation and the generation immediately after this is.
Tony, you've got to get the Kamala Harris quote, please. I'm begging you.
Yes, Moon Girl.
I love Doctor. Another door to fucking kick down. I loved her. I love her. And I don't give a shit if she swore. And the right is freaking out. She swore. When you've got, Your guy is like going, Hannibal Lecter's a great guy. He literally eats people.
I would literally tell Kamala Harris right now, what you need to do is you need to put out a statement that says, shut the fuck up.
No, kick
just
the
to the
fucking
right.
door
just
down.
Shut the fuck up.
She was talking about how,
Kick the fucking door down is what.
Well, she was talking to the Asian American. What is it? AA. Fuck, I forget what it's called. Adam, what's it called again? The Asian American.
We're getting a call.
Getting a call.
Right here at HBL Radio. HBL Radio Nation, how can we help you?
Hi. Hi, Mark.
It's not coming through. Hang on.
Hold on.
Technical difficulties. We do have Tony as a producer, so. We do have a handicap. Ooh, there's something. Hello.
Oh, it looks like he hung up. What, you don't have the volume on?
I do now.
All right, he does
Thank
now.
you for
Try
that.
back. The AAPI. Yeah, thank you, Elizabeth. She was talking to them, and she was like saying
Avon calling.
sometimes people leave the door open for you, and sometimes they don't. And if they don't, then you kick the fucking door down. And I
right.
loved it. It's a beautiful message.
Yeah.
Don't stop saying that ever. I don't care. Use the fucking F word. Who the fuck cares?
It's a way of communicating in countries like Ireland and Scotland. The F word is just an adjective. I mean, it's a very commonly used adjective.
Diane, your car warranty has expired.
Yeah.
Jim the Geek.
Wow, it's like you're calling from jail.
Hi, Mark.
Hello, Mark. Avon.
Avon.
All right. I need more eyeliner. How you doing, Mark?
Hold on.
Oh, yeah, we haven't.
We were gonna get to that. Yeah. We got the
Hold
video of it.
Damn it.
We hear you. I
We
can
hear you,
here.
but we don't.
You might not be going out. Is he not going out on
He's
the
not
air?
going out.
Caller, you're not on the air.
So
Tony.
he said what he said is he brought to my attention the Harrison Butker
Yeah.
story.
Spectacular dipshit dumbass.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Wow.
Oh really?
Right.
Oh, put the link in the chat, please.
They kind of hear him. Come on now.
It's not working.
We can hear you, but they can't. They can't hear you on the show. That's the downside, isn't it?
Yeah, we have a federal complaint about you. Yeah. No, I don't know. I don't know if it's a joke or whatever, but
Butker the kicker. Yeah.
yeah, Butker the kicker.
Don't tell Butker that, like, when women join men's football teams, they take his position.
Yeah.
Don't let him know that.
Yeah.
Don't let him know that at all.
Harrison
This guy
Butthead.
is spectacularly.
His mother is a professor.
Ooh, really? Why isn't she home and pregnant? Oh, gosh. Doesn't the Lord want her home and pregnant?
All right, we're having audio issues, Mark. I don't
Yes,
know what's going on. Well, we only have a half an hour left, and I definitely want to cover that story. So we'll see.
Let me do some digging on the mother.
We're gonna drop. We're gonna go to that, and
wait. Did it come in?
Is it working now? Hello.
Can
y'all hear me?
Can you everybody hear him now?
Hello.
Big Stefan. Can you hear him knocking?
Is Domino's Pizza?
Yes.
Can I take your
People
order,
are
please?
saying yes. We can hear.
Oh, Domino's! I've dropped the towel again. Oh no.
Oh, a Big Steph fan. You guys can hear me. All right.
Yeah. No.
I guess I'm not
there
hanging
we
up
go.
after all. But no,
Welcome to the
put
show.
the link
Mark.
in the chat. I think Stephanie Miller was playing some of it this morning. That female graduate from that Benedict. My fucking cat. Go away. Sorry.
We love cats, by the way. We
I
do.
swear, it's like she's like a jealous girlfriend. Every time I'm on either Zoom or
Yeah,
phone
who are you talking to?
with anyone. Otherwise, she didn't give a shit.
As soon as he gets
But
on the
he-
phone
yeah.
with us, every
Yeah,
time it
yeah.
never fails. Like,
Yeah.
seriously, never fails.
Oh yeah, you've heard her, Diane, when you and I had talked.
All right. Well, I definitely want to cover this story because I think it's important that, people know.
No,
And
Lizzie, you're the one with the wisdom.
and he
Oh,
needs to
jeez.
he needs to get kicked the
Wow.
fuck out.
Wow.
He's got a $20 million fucking contract with the fucking Kansas City Chiefs, so his wife can afford to stay home and fucking have babies. Most people don't have that kind of fucking money, so he can really fuck off all the way from here to Mars.
Yeah, but his kind of
Yeah,
talking
I mean-
all stems from, like, the deep love of Jesus and all that kind of,
He's a fake Christian. It's bullshit.
nutbaggery. Yeah. He's the funny thing is that I've heard this phrase before, which is there are a lot of people that worry a lot more about being Christian than being Christ-like.
Yeah.
And therein lies the problem.
Yeah.
This guy isn't about live and let live. This guy isn't about peace. This guy is about a woman's place is in the house, barefoot,
he told
pregnant,
all those
and
women to
making
go
my
be
dinner.
homemakers. All those female graduates at that commencement.
Oh, my
Eventually,
God.
that's what you're going to make
Did
babies.
you hear the
and
silence?
you're going to be homemakers.
Yeah. How about let's tell a bunch of fucking college-educated women to get back in the fucking kitchen and shut the fuck up.
Yeah, now that you've got your degree,
Oh, does Tony have it up?
Tony's got it up.
I'm going to tell you about how you need to spend a couple of days a month in the menstruating shed out back during your unclean time.
Okay, enough, Brian. All right, let's do this.
For the ladies present today, congratulations on an amazing accomplishment. You should be proud of all that you have achieved to this point in your young lives. I want to speak directly to you briefly because I think it is you, the women, who have had the most diabolical lies told to you. How many of you are sitting here now about to
Can you
cross
guys
the
hear?
stage?
Can you guys hear the audio on the video?
Just Mark can't hear it on the
Mark can't hear it. Mark will tell you when the audio's over. Sorry, buddy.
And are thinking
I
about
can
all
just
the
hang up?
promotions and titles you are going to get in your career. Some of you may go on to lead successful careers in the world, but I would venture to guess that the majority of you are most excited about your marriage and the children you will bring into this world. I can tell you that my beautiful wife, Isabel, would be the first to say that her life truly started when she began living
Somebody
her
put a baby
vocation
noise in the
as a
back.
wife and as a mother. I'm on this stage today and able to be the man I am because I have a wife who leans into her vocation. I'm beyond blessed with the many talents God has given me, but it cannot be overstated that all of my success is made possible because a girl I met in band class back in middle school.
Well, you're gonna
With
get all
the fruits of
choked
the
up
faith
about your misogyny, you
become
piece of
my
shit.
wife
Because he knocked
and
her up in
embrace
middle
one of the most
school.
important titles of all, homemaker.
Homemaker.
What the fuck?
No, play this.
And then he doubled down after that, and he said, no. He
From
tweeted
Metro
out a
Detroit,
response.
This is HBL Radio Nation.
No, put up
Yes,
the
it is.
response from the college kids that Mark put in the chat, Tony.
He tweeted a response at one point later on that day that was, all about, no, you all have it wrong. I was talking about taking us back to the great days of like the 40s and 50s where women were like, making my dinner every night and they knew that their place was in the kitchen pregnant. And then he looked at the reporters and he's like, that's what I meant. And they're like, no, dude, everybody got it. Like, we got it the first time. You just made it a shitload worse. Did you pull a page out of Christy Noam's book, for fuck's sake?
Oh, God.
You opened your mouth and made it way worse. Just shut the fuck up and go away.
This girl's it's like 2 minutes long.
Is Tony going to play the next clip?
Yeah, just play
He's
it.
going to try to play the next clip. Yep.
Okay.
We're waiting for it here.
I mean, we don't have to play the whole thing, but I'm sure we can get the gist.
Tony!
I love...
Well, since I have about 200 of y'all congratulating me and asking me what the fuck I
Uh-oh.
was
What
thinking
does Brian
during
need to
this
apologize
speech,
for?
I thought I'd respond.
He's going.
Yeah, it was fucking horrible. Some of us did boo. Me and my roommate definitely did. There was a standing ovation from everyone in the room, except from me, my roommate, and about 10 to 15 other women.
The fuck college was this?
You also have to keep in mind this was at a Catholic and conservative college.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
Timothy 2:11 and 2:12 says that women should be subservient to the man and should not speak unless spoken to. That's in the Bible. Timothy 2:11, 2:12. Look it up. I know the book. I was raised a Catholic. I consider myself now a recovering Catholic because I'm atheist.
Scoremonger in Twitch says he thinks a woman's place is in the kitchen and a man's place is deep inside him, people are saying.
Nice.
That's nice.
Well, hey, they want to fucking... They want to spread rumors about us. It's about time we start spreading rumors about them. Fuck them.
They say he's a kicker. I say he's a power bottom.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
There
Let's
you
make
go.
t-shirts. Let's make t-shirts.
My God, what a piece of shit. And
The
she was
thing
like,
is, the NFL, well, the NFL won't do shit. But as an organization, he's an employee of that organization. If they had the balls, if they had morals, they would, they could take action to get this guy. They could fine him or whatever. But of course they won't.
You saw
they gave Colin Kaepernick shit for taking a knee, but they won't do anything to this guy.
do you know how much money
look at what
Taylor
Robert
Swift
Kraft got away with.
Hold on, you know how much money Taylor Swift brought to the fucking Kansas City Chiefs just because she was showing up there because of her fucking boyfriend?
Doubled or tripled what they would normally have gotten.
Loads of money. And you got the fucking balls to stand up there like that?
Yeah.
Lokira, yes, you should call. Let's hear your sexy voice.
Lokira, please call. You're more than welcome to call.
She calls in the Fugle thing all the time. But so I will yield my time. It's been a pleasure, Brian and Diane.
Thank you, Mark, for calling in as usual, and I love you, brother.
The man from the stream has relinquished his time to the woman on the stream who will be calling.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, honey.
Thank you.
Yeah, so they can ban Colin Kaepernick, but this guy's okay from Kath Zen and Twitch.
Oh, come on. What about the dog killer who, the dog fighting ring guy who, went on to, win awards, Michael Vick?
Michael Vick, right?
And he's
wait a minute.
He's going to the Hall of Fame.
Wait a minute. He went to jail for shooting dogs.
And then came back.
Why the fuck isn't Christy Nome in fucking jail for shooting your fucking 14-month-old puppy?
Because she's a psycho nutbag on the right. And she's white. The only white person they ever put in jail really was Martha Stewart.
Patrick Mahomes said he sits right next to him all the time and never speaks to him, from Big Step fan.
Call from Lokira.
Thank you for calling HBL Radio Nation. How can we help you?
Hi.
I'd like a large cheese with sausage and peppers.
Okay.
Here's the cheese and peppers.
In 30 minutes or less?
No, I'm not picky. I'm not that hungry yet.
So where are you located, by the way?
Albuquerque, New Mexico, my friend.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Land of
Now,
stucco.
are we saying your name right, Lokira?
Perfect.
Okay.
Lokira.
Brian, not so much. Well,
Brian,
now
not so much.
Lokira? Do I have it now, Lokira?
You do.
How about that? Hey, Lokira, how you
So
doing?
Sexy Liberal is here this weekend. I'm on a campaign to get Stephanie to hump the Megatron and Bumblebee statues that we have.
Nice.
So if anyone can help with that. I did tell John to pass on the information, but you know how he is. So who knows?
Yeah, we'll see. But, we're big Stephanie Miller fans, so you know that. You see me in her chat all the time.
Not enough, my love.
I know. I'm lurking a lot, though. I'm cleaning up the kitchen, and
You're a lurker.
I'm doing shit, and then I'll pop in halfway through. I'll get some shit done before I just sit on my ass and do nothing for an hour and a half.
Yeah, I'm working. I'm working in quotation marks. Working.
Yeah.
But also, I'm watching the Chad Daybell trial, so I have to bounce out.
Right.
That shit's crazy. Have you seen that?
What's that?
The Chad Daybell shit?
No. What's
Chad
that?
Daybell?
You don't know about Lori Vallow and Chad Daybell? They dismembered one of their kids and burned her in the fucking fire pit and buried her in the yard. And then they killed a 6-year-old and buried him in the fucking yard. And he's like, his defense lawyer is hilarious. His defense lawyer is so fucking stupid. He gets up there, has nothing prepared. It's awesome. It's so great. I love trials. I love them.
I think I saw the Dateline NBC episode on this, and
Yes,
I think
there was a Dateline. They asked all the jurors if
maybe
they
it
had
was
seen that.
Keith Morrison talking about it. Maybe there was
Yeah.
a sunshine coming in. Maybe we're going to a commercial. Let's show
No,
that
it's
same
awful.
picture again. This
She's
time
already
from
in
left to
jail.
right.
We've been watching the Jinx on
Oh,
Yeah.
so
on
great. I
HBO.
haven't seen the new one yet. Is it great?
The Robert Durst thing. Oh my
Getting
God,
there.
dude.
It's getting there.
It's
Oh my
fucking
God, I have to.
nuts.
It's getting there. Yeah.
He's testifying.
Yeah.
I saw the HBO one.
Yeah, that's the one we're talking about. There's a
There's-
season 2.
Yeah, this is season
No,
2.
no. There's a 2. Yeah, I haven't seen the
Yeah.
second one.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
It's slowly trickling
Nice.
out. Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
episode 5 or 6 now. Like I forget, but it's like whoa. And Tony was turning me on to the story, and I'm like, I'm not big into the true crime. I'm like, we have enough fucking headaches, like
It's
No,
right
that guy's
now.
a fucking lunatic. What?
Yeah.
He's dead, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he's dead now.
Yes.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, talk about a psychopath, a sociopath, psychopath combo. When you get that
Lunatic.
nutty mix shake that has both of those in there, this guy has it all in spades. And it's like, this guy will kill you as soon as he'll sit down and have a taco dinner with you.
Seriously, like
Nutty.
sociopath.
And
I think Trump
dismember you.
fucking
Yeah.
killed some people.
Who?
I think Trump's killed some people.
Oh well, we know that his
I think he's had some people killed for
yeah,
sure.
we know that he
Yeah.
got.
Well, not him, obviously.
Not him. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't see
we
him.
know-
He doesn't do anything himself.
He doesn't know how to stab or anything. Yeah,
we
it's
know
not
about
gonna-
the helicopter crash.
Not
That's
gonna go
right,
good.
the helicopter crash, and it was like in the '90s when he had the casinos. And he
Yes.
had his
The
executives were going to go testify against him.
Yes,
And they literally
yes,
died in a helicopter crash the night before
Yeah.
they were supposed to
I remember
testify. And everybody
nuts.
and he was supposed to be on that helicopter, and he backed out in the
Oh,
and then you
look
got-
at this. My daughter's calling, and that's more. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
my wife is calling.
yeah. And then
Confuses everybody with his
and
daughter.
then how about Ivana? This one really bothers me. It bothers me so much that she was found at the bottom of the fucking stairs. Her teacup was not broken. She had internal bleeding
From the kick to get her down the stairs.
From the torso. Not a broken neck, not broken arms, wrists, anything that
seriously,
you would
that's-
stop yourself
it's
from
perfect.
falling.
It's the kick, yeah.
Oh my God! Then cremated within like 24 hours.
Yep. To
And-
get,
Oh, fuck yeah. They don't
Because
want that
otherwise-
shit laying around.
that bruising is going to be real obvious. Like, in 48 hours, that bruising's, even with a dead body, that bruising is going to be everywhere and
Yeah,
super obvious.
bruising on
So they
Chad
had to
about
get-
Epstein?
There's going to be a size
They killed
14.
Chad Daybell's wife
Yeah.
and the 2 kids and Lori Vallow's husband. And they tried to kill some other dude.
Whatever
How
the
about-
pool boy, Barron's real father, whatever his foot size is, that's what's on the back of her for that kick.
Oh,
That's
my
what
God.
that boot print
No.
is.
No, but what about Epstein? Epstein
Oh.
being murdered in jail. That was fucking
I don't
weird.
know.
Bill
that
Barr.
legit could have been a suicide. I'm just saying, no
But it
one will
could have
ever
been
know
Ghislaine, too.
because the cameras were turned off, which is coincidental.
Yep.
Oh yeah, there are no coincidences. That's what fucking Malcolm Nance says. Is there are no coincidences.
For some
Well, it's also
reason,
what
in a
Steve
federal
Bannon says, so
facility,
watch out for
something
that
didn't
shit.
work.
Yeah, Steve Bannon. And how about Bill Barr was there the night before or 2 days before?
Oh, I
that?
know. Yeah, that is weird. Hey, who's going to host the war room when Steve's in jail? Is it going to be Roger?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You think?
I think I think Zippy the Pinhead is going to step in.
I hope it
yeah.
shuts down
Yeah.
totally.
Matt?
Yeah, that coconut-headed fuck is going to step in there. That's what's going to happen.
That guy is a fucking menace.
He is beyond a menace. He will lie
He's been a
to your
menace for
face.
a fucking 50 years. He's been a menace as long as I've been alive.
Exactly.
Same with
Yeah.
Roger Stone.
Yeah.
Roger
That's
Stone?
what we're talking about.
Yeah, Roger Stone, Steve Bannon, all these motherfuckers.
They're all in that
Those guys
same,
are
like,
cute.
They're all
Those
in the
fucking
Rush
guys
Limbaugh
are cute. I'm telling
group.
you. Roger
Yeah.
Stone, Mike Flynn, and Bannon started that whole fucking psyop
with
on stupid ass Q's website or
with
whatever.
the Filipino kid, on 2chan, 4chan, 9chan,
Yeah, 4chan,
whatever the fuck.
8chan. They took it from that little crippled dude, Freddie.
Yeah, we're with you on
So you
that,
guys have seen that HBO thing too?
Oh, I love that dog.
Oh my God.
I love
So
the Vice
good.
version, not the. There's another version of it where this one interviewer is talking to that little dude in his little chair, and he's got his dog.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Reaches behind him, and he pulls out a water, and he opens it up, and he goes, "What do you want, one?" And she looks at him, and she goes, "What else do you got back there?" She's like, she didn't know he had like some compartment back there or something. Like it was a real human
Q and
moment.
Anonymous podcast is fantastic. If nobody's listening to it, they're amazing.
And I've said this before about the QAnuts several times, is that being a huge horror and sci-fi movie buff that I am, there are about 4 movies that when you combine them, they make up the QAnon top-level conspiracy theory. And Q, of course, comes from Star Trek The Next Generation. There's a character named Q who is an omnipotent, godlike character who can do anything by snapping his fingers, literally. So that means
huge
that's why
TNG
they went
fan.
with it. Yeah, that's why they went with Q. And if you watch They Live, if you watch I Come in Peace, if you watch The City of Lost Children, these are all, they put them in a blender and they spit out this conspiracy theory that they have at a top level, and it's almost Scientology-like.
Well, that's right. That's what she's saying. It's a psyop.
Yeah, it is.
It's literally a psyop campaign. And
it is. By full definition, it is. Yes.
Hey, guess who hangs around with Mike Flynn?
I don't know who.
Russians.
Oh yeah, Russians.
Oh, I was gonna say coke-fueled prostitutes that work for Russia, but
that
honeypots,
if you will.
We're
That's
splitting
what we
hairs.
need.
We're just
we
splitting
need
hairs.
some coked up honeypots to go take care of some people in this world right now. We need 5 or 6 that are really good at what they do, and just go take these motherfuckers out.
And they need to be gum snapping.
Yeah,
right?
Elizabeth.
They need to be like My Girl Friday. Like, come on, girls, let's get them.
Elizabeth says there's a dozen trashy spy novels that give the plot to this whole mess, and I kind of have to agree.
Absolutely,
Like I've seen,
it's ridiculous.
You
couldn't write it.
They did though.
You couldn't write it.
They did write it, and it's
several times over.
They're writing it.
Weird things, yeah.
And they're like literally taking plot points from movies.
Yes.
Like that
It's
we've
ridiculous.
seen, we've watched this fucking happen.
Yes.
My God, and nobody's doing a fucking thing about it.
That's because
well,
humankind
I
is
don't want to
getting
hog the
dumber and
phone.
dumber.
I gotta go because I need to drink.
Thank you so much. Well,
I'm on
here's to you.
vacation.
Sláinte.
Look,
How
here,
about it?
thanks for calling in, hon. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay, bye,
See you
babies.
soon.
Bye, hon.
Bye-bye. So don't forget, you can also be part of the fun if you want to call 248-780-9775. But absolutely right.
I don't know
You get into
if Flynn
talking
is
about
an
the Q
agent
stuff
of
and it's
Turkey.
nuts.
I don't know. I never heard
Flynn
that before.
is a puppet of anybody that gets in his ear and says, doesn't this make sense? And all of a sudden he buys it. I have a buddy who is a really good musician. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to say what instrument. But this guy started giving in to all the QAnon theories and all this kind of stuff, and he gives in to all the chemtrail stuff and all this kind of stuff. And I looked at him and I said, dude, if they're spraying chemtrails out the back of planes, don't you think they'd be smart enough to do it at night when you can't see them spraying it? Why in the hell do you not go for the obvious? And he goes, dude, I've just had people talk to me and, I listen. And I'm like, well, that's your fucking problem, is half the time when you listen to somebody and they say, did you know we launched nuclear weapons at the moon? You got to walk away from that fucking Jethro.
Yeah.
Because he's installing your septic tank and really knows shit about shit.
Right. That's
Off
why
of
it's
my
like
pedestal.
it's like, oh, you're gonna say Cohen's a liar when you're lying. You're standing there lying. God, my God, it's like
It doesn't
you
matter
don't even.
if he is.
Can you not see yourself? Can you not see? Can you look in the fucking mirror?
Yeah.
I don't get it. They just
Somebody-
can't even see it.
They keep in mind, from what I recall, there are 2 attorneys in that jury pool. that are currently seated in that jury, right? 2 attorneys. One is a litigator. Sorry. One is not a litigator. Those 2 attorneys are going to really wrangle everybody in as far as specifics. We're not here to talk about whether or not Cohen's a douchebag. We know he's a douchebag. Irrelevant.
Right.
What does this piece of paper say? What does this piece of paper say? What does that piece of paper say? Why would he take these steps if not on the bequeath and bequest of the defendant?
Right.
They're going to be in charge of what's going on. And if one of them becomes the... why am I brain farting on the head of the jury?
The head of the jury.
Yeah. They pick a speaker. You know, they pick one person who's going to be the head of the jury. But
I know
regardless,
what you mean.
they're going to be running things when the door is closed. They're going to be running. They're going to be keeping people, roped in. And look, it's procedural. And look at this. Why would he do this? And why would, Weasel Man do this? And all for Trump without Trump knowing. Why would that ever happen? Give me the use case where that is a thing.
Yeah.
And actually happens. And that is what's going to put this over the edge, I think, is those 2 attorneys on the jury. They're gonna stick by procedure, and they're gonna keep the others stuck to it.
The foreman.
The foreman. Thank you. Yes.
John from Vegas. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Yes.
Spykin said it too.
We're drinking and smoking marijuana on this show because it's supposed to be like us, like hanging out at the bar, shooting shit, and we are. So
shout outs to you, family.
We sometimes drink away some of the knowledge that we have earlier in the day and things like words and stuff.
It's not every day you think about the foreman of a jury, but it's because our fucking
the word foreman
previous president is such a fucking walking crime scene that you fucking now we all have to become legal experts.
Oh, wait till next year.
On top of fucking
wait till he loses the election, and then next year when everybody's like, it's game on, boys, everybody's gonna come crashing in.
I cannot wait. I literally cannot wait.
Yeah.
I want to see so many fucking people come out and vote against Donald Trump in such a bigger numbers than we've ever seen before. I think because of Roe, we might see that. We might actually get more people have ever voted ever in election ever.
Good.
Because of that.
Good. Let's take this fucker down. Let's make it hurt for him. I say we did it to Mike Lindell, and we can do it again. We can do it again. Let's do it to Trump now. We did it to Lindell.
What did we do to Lindell? Lindell did all that shit to himself.
We made him. Throughout all. Well, yeah, he did, but so is Trump. I mean, throughout courts and all this other shit, we broke him. He has nothing. He's living out of his fucking car, looking disheveled. That's what I want to see for Trump.
Look at Giuliani. Same thing. Same thing. Giuliani is done. I don't know if he's. Yeah, we don't know where he is.
Yeah. He got fitted for a new pair of shoes that were made out of cement. Have you heard of the incredible Mr. Limpet?
Okay, we're joking, but we don't fucking know. Okay, we don't know. Okay, so let's not go there.
We're joking.
Well, it's seriously. They can't fucking find him. He could leave the fucking country. Did they take his fucking passport? I highly doubt it. They didn't take Trump's.
Yeah, but this isn't Trump. This is Giuliani, and look at Giuliani. I mean, they may have considered it was a mental issue to make certain to acquire the passport during part of the. Is his bankruptcy completed?
I think he went to the appeals court and he lost the appeal, and since then he's disappeared and he's lost his radio show.
Yes. Yeah.
That's all I know.
What person is letting Giuliani flop on their couch at this point?
He's hiding in Trump's nunt.
Yeah, the neck. Yeah. Neck und. Yeah.
Petrozzi.
The nunt. Very nicely. Well played. Well played.
He's hiding in there.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean, is he flopping on Haba's couch or something at this point? I mean, and remember all the women that he would come on to. Did you see the second Borat with him in it?
Oh, him fluffing his dick and sticking his fucking hand. Oh yeah, we all saw it.
Yeah. So we know how he treats women off the bat, and we know what he thinks he's going to get out of women off the bat. We've seen, like, his sexual harassment, like, cases against him. Yeah. So do you think he's still trying any of that with no money, no hair dye, no anything? Do you think that little troll is still going with that? I think he's done.
I don't know, like, he's fucked up. That last video of him on his last radio show was really fucking disturbing. Yeah. And I don't know if
he's going to Anne Heche it?
Did Anne Heche commit suicide?
Anne Heche was really fucked up the last day that, like, when she was on the road.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know about that. But all I know is that this motherfucker seems like he's burnt to the ground.
But
he's
he doesn't
broke.
have a car. Yeah.
He's broke. He fucked himself over.
Yeah.
Just like all these other people have done for Donald Trump before.
Yeah. I think he's swimming. I think he's on a perpetual dive at this point.
Yeah. Will he still... He still has his raw animal sexual magnetism scoremonger.
Think I'm gonna barf.
Try this new scent, Giuliani.
I'm gonna barf.
10% of the time, it works 100% of the time.
What's in the box?
The woman he does the radio show with is his girlfriend, supposedly.
Valentines are in the box. I saw that movie. I saw it on a plane.
You saw that on a fucking plane?
Yeah, it ended with Valentine's being in the box. There was a bunch of kids on the plane, so yeah. That was the real version, I'm sure.
Yeah, be big fat negative. Yeah, I don't know, but it seems to me that Giuliani seems like he's fucking done. And along with all these other guys the dominoes are starting to fall. We've got, all these Jan 6ers. There's even more Jan 6ers who are being... One Jan 6er, there was I forget what Stephanie Miller said this morning. It was he had guns, he had machetes, he had handguns, there was a list of fucking weapons this guy was busted with on Jan 6.
Yeah.
And I think he got 20 some years.
These are the guys who were in militias like the Sons of Liberty, who were doing things like...
I don't even know if this guy was in a militia. I just heard that he was...
A lot of those people that showed up, they didn't go because of the militia, but they were all militia members. A lot of... Not all of them, but I have to say that there was a good number of militia members in there that were going. And it wasn't because of the militia. They were going because of their own accord, whatever. But the fact that they're in a militia means that they have a stockhold of weapons. They have...
This guy was just an individual. I don't know if he was with another organization. I'm not really sure about that. All I heard is the list of fucking weapons he has on him, and it was just dude. He just showed up on Jan 6 with all the shit in his fucking car. Yeah. It was insane.
Ready for fucking war. And some of these guys that show up with 30 weapons or so, they show up. The first one runs out. They pull out the second one and take themselves out. I don't know why they just don't take themselves out first.
Yeah.
That's the thing. If you have a problem with the rest of society and you can't live with it anymore, you got to take yourself out, not other people.
Tony, get the Kamala Harris thing up, please.
We're going to change
So we also, how Trump always says,
hot dogs. Hello.
You know how Trump is always Biden's going after me because he wants to put me in jail, his political opponent, me, Trump, blah, 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 third person talk.
Biden's DOJ.
We know for a fact that Trump investigated Hillary the entirety of his 4 years.
11 hours.
But that was just for Benghazi.
Yeah.
He investigated Hillary the entire 4 years of administration and never found a fucking thing.
Looking.
Hi, Moms. Yeah, I never found a fucking thing.
Hey,
so fuck off with this bullshit.
Yeah.
All right, so I wanted to go over this. We only have a few minutes left. Dana Goldberg said
5 minutes.
said this: "You all voted for a man who brags about sexually assaulting women, has cheated on all 3 of his wives, is a defendant in multiple criminal cases. Spare me your fake outrage because a black female vice president of the United States said fucking. Your misogyny and racism is showing." And I just love this, and I definitely want to play as much of it as we can.
I'm sorry, what country are you from? Hollywood?
Go ahead, Tony.
She's a brilliant attorney, too.
No, you got to go back.
Don't ever carry as a personal burden your capacity to do whatever you dream and aspire to do based on other people's limited ability to see who can do what. This is part of what's involved, is that we have to know that sometimes people will open the door for you and leave it open, sometimes they won't. And then you need to kick that door down.
How the fuck is it that one bleep?
Hey.
You found the other one.
Find the other fucking one, Tony. Well, that's not fucking bleeped.
Yeah, notice that she's,
Fucking
you know,
fuck.
my pinned tweet, her signing it.
Fucking A.
Right there.
Fucking hell.
Ever let anybody tell you who you are. You tell them who you are. Don't ever carry as a personal burden your capacity to do whatever you dream and aspire to do based on other people's limited ability to see who can do what. This is part of what's involved, is that we have to know that sometimes people will open the door for you and leave it open, sometimes they won't. And then you need to kick that fucking door down.
There you go. Moon Girl, that was my dream ticket.
Excuse
right
my
there.
language.
Moon Girl, that's exactly it. That ticket, that's what I wanted right off the bat. That's what I wanted this last time
I love
around.
the host.
I
love the host, what he says next. Go ahead, play it.
We're going to make T-shirts with that saying, kick the fucking door down.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it so much. And you don't bleep it. Don't ever bleep it.
And here's the
Everybody
thing.
needs to hear that. and
She's
hear
a brilliant
all of
litigator,
it.
too.
Yeah.
So you have to keep that in mind. She knows the audience. She knows exactly what she's doing. She knows. She's read the room. And this is...
I honestly think she slipped there,
Awesome.
but, you know, she was even after that. She's like, oh, excuse my language. And she started giggling right away. And it seemed like an honest slip up. She's like, oh, excuse my language.
I don't know. I think...
She went like this right away, like, oh, shit. Like, what did I just say? It legitimately looked, body language-wise, that she was fucking... It was a slip up. I don't think it was calculated in any way.
I don't know.
Well, you could think it's calculated, but that
I think she's brilliant enough to do that, is what I like. I love Kamala Harris, by the way.
No, I
I'm
don't think it was
saying positive things
calculated at all. I think it was absolutely a natural reaction. And, you know, fuck it. Even if it was calculated, good fucking for her.
Yeah.
So I love that there's a debate now set up. I hear there's now 2. June 27th, CNN.
What are the squares
debate,
on when Trump's backing out of these?
I no. Everybody thinks he's gonna back
When
out.
is he
Nobody
gonna back
does.
out?
I don't
Not
think.
if, but when.
I don't know
Yeah.
anybody who thinks he's actually gonna fucking show up.
He's not.
Well, number one, there's not gonna be an audience there, so there's gonna
Nope.
be nobody to fucking dupe. There's gonna be nobody he can con
Nope.
and get them to like go woo and you know
He can't
this,
play
that.
to a dead room.
Nope. And then the other kicker is they're going to cut the mics when the time allotted is done. So he can't just sit there and talk over and interrupt and be a fucking asshole like he was and all. There's the clowns. Did you see the clowns? Ramaswamy, fucking... I forget.
Oh,
who
there's the clown. Yeah.
the clown.
No,
Yeah.
I had to look over at Tony's thing.
Yeah, but
Nice.
So cut the mics and no audience. he's not gonna know what to do.
He doesn't know how to actually debate. He's never been on a debate team.
He doesn't
has
talk
no
about
sport to
policies
debate.
ever.
No, he tries to attack and he tries to irritate and he tries to antagonize while he's there. That's what he does.
Yeah.
And without him being able to do that, and here's the thing, Biden has learned. Biden is not an idiot in any way, shape, or form.
No.
Biden has learned over the last 4 years that if you let what we call Dark Brandon take over, it will irritate him and it will antagonize him. So that's why little digs like that, I hear you're free on Wednesdays, and shit like that are being written
So
in now.
beautiful.
He is going to go on the assault. He is going to get him to throw. He's going to throw him off his balance in this fight.
I hope he has if it does come to fruition, that Biden fucking gets him to fucking lose it on stage. Literally come after him or some shit. Yeah.
Well, Trump's not going to physically come at. Trump can't. Trump can't form a fist.
I think he would rush him if he got. That's what I'm saying.
He can't form a fist.
No, honey, that's what I'm saying. He thinks that he is strong. He thinks he can beat Biden up. Biden's in better shape than he could ever think or want to fucking be. And he's a wounded narcissist. And when you break down their perceived reality of themselves, right? Then when there's a crack, when there's a crack in that armor, they break.
Yeah.
And Donald Trump is seriously on the fucking verge of that. The reason why he's falling asleep in court is because he cannot hear all the bad things people are saying about him. It's a terrible hit for his fucking malignant narcissism. A terrible hit to his malignant narcissism. How many times have we heard that in the White House they had to print good news stories about Donald Trump for him to fucking pay attention to anything?
And play happy musical numbers from musicals, right? He was into musicals? I heard that. That was a big thing.
I did hear that, but I didn't. I never heard.
Yeah.
I briefly
Oklahoma
I heard
was
it.
like one of his favorites or something like that.
God.
Yeah.
The thing is, okay, Dr. Bandy Lee, she's a psychiatrist. A narcissistically wounded leader must create a cult following as a solution to all his problems. His inner sense of inadequacy and his inability to perform in reality and his mounting criminal liabilities. Cohen reveals how mob bosses treat their subordinates, demanding total loyalty, and then when they demonstrate it, treating them with utter contempt. This is happening on a national scale with Trump and his followers. Now, she was talking about, she was also talking about, these guys coming out, all these Republicans coming out and, breaking the gag order for him.
Right.
But what I'm saying is that he is literally a wounded narcissist. And when you push them in a corner and you expose them for what they are, I've witnessed this myself. I did it to my sister. Elizabeth would be proud of me. Anyway, they break down. They lose it.
Yeah.
They can't control themselves because they've been absolutely exposed because of their lies. And now I've got proof. Here's all the fucking proof. He can't stay awake. He doesn't want to stay awake. He can't hear the bad words about him.
He can't see it. He can't visually. He can't face it.
He can't face that somebody called him an orange turd.
Right. Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. He thought he was the leader of a tribe.
Yes.
And he saw himself as this tribal leader, but as it turns out, he's just a small cog in a bigger tribe that has nothing really to do with him, that is just utilizing him and eating him up. And when he feels that way, then he feels that he's not the leader of the tribe anymore. And at that moment, he can't face reality. So he has to close his fucking eyes.
And he has to appear that he has a fucking massive following when he doesn't. That's his obsession with crowd sizes. Yeah. And I would add Moon Girl. You said, what about 2 words, Al Franken? What about that chick that had to resign because she was a lesbian and there was a lesbian tape put out? Do you remember? I can't remember her name.
I don't.
around about the same time as Al Franken.
Really?
And Dems kicked them both out.
Yes.
But Matt Gaetz and fucking Bobo and
They
Green
doubled down on
and all these
They doubled down on 'em
motherfuckers
all.
who are,
Yeah.
I can't remember her fucking name.
No, she was elected recently.
She was elected representative, and they kicked her out because there was some like lesbian tape about her. Everybody knew she was gay. I don't know.
Was it more about the fact that there was a sex tape around her, and was it
maybe it was a sex tape?
Was it not her
Elizabeth, can you look that up real quick? I cannot fucking remember
significant
her
other?
name.
Was it an affair type?
Well, and we're 5 minutes
scandal.
over.
Yeah,
we're 5 minutes over. But
and we gotta get going. So yeah, HBL Radio Nation, thank you
nesting
so much for
cons,
watching us.
Very Russian nesting cons instead of nesting down. Katie Hill.
Nesting.
They had a revenge porn thing. That's right. Katie Hill. Thank you, Celery. I knew. Do you remember who I'm talking about now?
No.
She was she was a lesbian and our elected, representative.
Yeah.
Can't remember if she was in Congress or the House or whatever. But the revenge porn thing. What's that?
This is her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you remember that or no?
No,
okay,
I
yeah.
don't. I didn't hear anything about this. And I'm not going to make any jokes about there being a lesbian sex tape out there that I need to research. I won't do that.
On that note, we're going to let you guys go and head over to the Hal Sparks Show. And, please let them know that we sent you over there and tell them you're a raid from HBL Radio Nation.
That's right. Make certain that you share, subscribe, and like with everyone that you know. If you wash up on a sandy beach somewhere, make certain you pull out that phone and you join us every Thursday night right here on HBL Radio Nation. I'm Brian P. Gallagher.
And I'm Diane Russell. Thanks, you guys. Peace out. Have a good one.
Join us.
Shout outs to you, family.
Stepping out of bitchin' cars, couldn't reach the other way to burn, so yeah. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, have a motor with a dual quad. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, racing to the top of the spot, oh no. Oh no. I don't care where she's always in my head. Don't ask me why. She probably start to cry. Oh damn.
Yes, we do drive Chryslers.
Sipping out of bitchin' cars, racing on the way to Mars. Oh no, 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 no. Sipping out of bitchin' cars, they're gonna put me behind the bars. Oh no. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, have a motor with a dual quad. I don't care what she's always in my hair. Don't ask me why, she'll probably start to cry. No, no.
We are trailing a long-haired Caucasian in a 1970 Dodge Super Bee. We are in pursuit right now. He's getting away from us. We lost him. License plate registered to a William Gar Gaffney. Hey, isn't that guitar guy? One time I heard him play Believer by Ozzy. It was sweet.
Stepping out of bitchin' cars, racing to the top of spots, oh no. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, gonna race you on the way to Mars, oh no, no. Got everyone to do it. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, and motor into a quad. I don't care, cause she's always in my hair. Don't ask me why, she will start to cry. Yeah, yeah. Gonna race you on the way to first, so yeah. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, have a motor with a dual quad. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, racing to the top of spot, oh no. Oh no. I don't care where she's always in my hair. Don't ask me why, she probably start to cry, oh yeah.
Yes, we do drive Chryslers.
Stepping out of bitchin' cars, racing on the way to Mars, oh no, 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 no. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, they're gonna put me behind the bars, oh no. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, have a motor with a dual quad. I don't care what she's always in my hair. Don't ask me why, she probably start to cry, no, no.
We are trailing a long-haired Caucasian in a 1970 Dodge Super B. We are in pursuit right now. He's getting away from us.
We lost him.
License plate registered to a William Guard Gaffney. Hey, isn't that guitar guy? One time I heard him play Believer by Ozzy. It was sweet.
Stepping out of bitchin' cars, racing to the top of spots, oh no. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, gonna race you on the way to Mars, oh no, no. Got everyone to do it. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, and motor into a quad. I don't care, cause she's always in my head. Don't ask me why, she will start to cry. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Have I gone? And am I lost? Or am I found? And I'm alone on my birthday. I'm eating soup from a can. I hate the mailman. My heart